What's up, Verstrate family? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Verstrate Family channel, where I'm your host, Tommy Verstrate. So in our last episode, we talked about Mountain House freeze-dried food, specifically biscuits and gravy. I made just a little bitty mistake. I used microwaved water. I don't think the water got hot enough because the center of the biscuits had a little bit of a crunch to it. The little pieces of sausage in there were extremely dense. It was still really good. The flavor was awesome. In that video, I told you guys that we're going to give it a second shot. See if we can get that 5 out of 5. Because I gave it a 4 out of 5 just because of my own mistake. So we're going to give it another shot. I'm going to get some boiling water going. And we're going to try again. Hopefully we can get better results. Mountain House, they have so many different freeze-dried foods. One of my favorites is beef stew. They have a Southwest skillet, scrambled eggs with bacon. The shelf life for their freeze-dried foods is 30 years. I bought these back in 2020, and their best by date is 2050. They have oxygen absorbers, which increase the longevity of their shelf life. So let's go ahead and get this started. We'll go ahead and pull our top back. Always remember, pull out that oxygen absorber first. So I'm going to do something a little bit different in this episode. I'm going to try a piece before we add any boiling water to it and tell you how it is. This is not rehydrated or reconstituted, just plain right out of the package. Wow, it's really good. So it almost tastes like a really crunchy cracker or a biscuit that maybe sat out too long with the gravy. You can taste the gravy. It's not bad. I guess if you were in a pinch and you really needed something to eat or even something to snack on, you could just open this up and eat it right out of the bag. It's not going to hurt you. Everything prior to being freeze-dried is fully cooked, so you're safe in that aspect. So I'm going to go get some boiling water. We'll get it in our pouch and get going on this. Here we go. All right, we're back. So as you can see, there's no mistakes. We used boiling water. Let's get this thing sealed up. All right, we're sealed up good this time. Give it a bunch of good squeezes. We'll fold this over. Give it a couple of good shakes. All right, so we got it mixed pretty well. We're going to give it about 5 minutes, and we'll mix it one more time, let it sit for an additional 5 minutes, then we'll do our taste test, see if it improved. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at our 5-minute mark, so let's give that another good squeeze and shake. Yeah, that's pretty hot. I know a lot of you in the comments are going to say, no duh. Boiling water, of course it's hot. Yeah, it's hot. Well, a little bit more excited. I've got high hopes for this one. All right, I will see you in 5 more minutes. All right, y'all, we're back. This time I brought a bowl and a spoon with me. Let's get this poured up. Whew, smelling good. Get a close-up on that. All right, let's give it a try and see if we got the crunch to go away this time. Just let me get a couple more bites. Hang on. It's almost gone. That crunch is almost gone. So there were a couple of bites that I bit into that had just a little bit of a crunch in the center. And then there were a couple of bites that had no crunch whatsoever. Seemed like it was a bit more dense. I wouldn't say chewy, just a little bit more dense in the center. The sausage is nowhere near as dense as it was in the last video that I did. It is a lot better. The biscuits, the crunch is almost gone. There is still some there. I feel like if you let it sit longer than its recommended time. Yeah, I mean, I've followed the directions very carefully. The only difference is I'm not actually opening the pouch, sticking a spoon in and stirring it. I'm not going to do this video a third time. Not over stirring it with a spoon. I definitely feel like squeezing the pouch and shaking it vigorously would suffice. I do feel as though their timing and the amount of times stirred needed to get a finished result is wrong. A lot of Mountain House freeze-dried foods that I have eaten, I've never had any issues whatsoever when following the instructions and squeezing the bag and shaking it. Never failed me. There's just a slight crunch. It's not bad. It's not enough to say, oh, I don't want to eat this. It's enjoyable. It's very, very good. I will definitely sit here and finish this bowl. But that's my only complaint on it. Other than that, it's a great meal. It's very tasty. It doesn't need any salt or pepper added to it whatsoever. Yeah, there was another crunchy piece in there. I don't know what it'll take to make that go away. The only thing I could think of that Mountain House could do to improve on this, if there were complaints, I don't see too many people complaining about freeze-dried biscuits and gravy. The only way I could see them improving on this would be to have the gravy in a separate pouch inside this pouch, to where you can put your boiling water in first with the biscuits and the sausage, and then add the gravy later on during the stirring and waiting process. That way those biscuits absorb more of the water before the gravy does. I know it seems like a lot of work, but I'm shooting ideas at you. Think about it. It might work. But other than that, it's great. Very, very good. I could see myself eating this a lot if it were affordable. One of these bags goes for about $8 to $9. During the peak of the pandemic, there were people out there price gouging to where these were around $20 a bag. Yeah, so there's my thoughts on it. I really like it. I'm going to stick with my 4 out of 5 stars in this review, just because the crunch is not gone. I did use boiling water this time. I corrected that mistake. So I got to stick to my guns on this one. Mountain House freeze-dried biscuits and gravy, you got 4 out of 5. If you could figure out that little crunchiness and make it go away, you'd get 5 out of 5. At least for me. So that wraps up today's video. I hope you liked it. Be sure to give me the thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you can get notifications when we post more videos. I love you. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.